Hi,
Hello.
how are you? Okay, so I just
Hold
wanted to,
on. How
okay,
old are you?
23,
All right.
24 actually. I just had a birthday.
All right. Okay. What's your question?
So I just wanted to get some perspective. Um, I know that like currently social media plays a big role in people networking, being that now a lot of people are like focused on their job and different ways to go out and be social are
Mhm.
limited, but we are getting back to a few things. My ultimate question is, and I bring up the point of social media is because a lot of people are posting nowadays, and I see a lot of men posting that they think that it's attractive when women kind of make that first shot, or let's just say like the gesture of
Shorten your question down. Shorten your question down.
expression and interest. What do you see, or what do you say is
Should a
like,
woman shoot her shot?
yeah?
Yes.
How would you say that? Like, what would be the best way? Because I've been watching consistently, and so I'm kind of like getting towards.
Watch what white women, Hispanic women, watch what the women who get
I saw
married
what you
do.
said about Hispanic women,
Okay.
and
Okay. You asked me. I answered the question. Do you? Are you going to do what the other women who get married do? Are you prepared to do that?
yeah,
Okay. Why do you think when I say so definitively shoot your shot that that's not more widely accepted with black women?
I think a lot of Black women do put up a masculine kind of guard, and
Are
we're
you
not.
you're in college?
I've graduated,
Okay.
and
4 year degree or 2 year?
5 actually, 5.
5 year? Okay. So when you were when you were a junior or senior in high school, did college just offer you admission or did you have to apply?
You had to apply.
You had to apply, so you actually had to do something to get into college? And then to get your degree, did you actually have to show up to class and do work?
Absolutely.
So it was and you went through that entire process because it was something you valued long term.
Hmm.
If you can understand that process, how much do women value men long term?
I mean, personally, I do. So,
I said, how much do women value men long term? You look at the effort a woman wants to put into a man because we're talking about a marriage, something that's supposed to last a lifetime. Wouldn't you want to go ahead and get to it? So if you
yeah.
have to shoot your shot, why aren't more women willing to shoot their shot versus just waiting for guys? And here's the bottom line: most women don't value men.
No, I
So
have. So
if you want to shoot it, if you want to shoot your shot, stop going out with your female friends.
I don't do any of that.
Go out, go out and physically be in the places, the kind of caliber of men you would want. Go there. Don't take your cell phone. Leave this in the car,
Yeah.
uh, and be present. Smile. I always say, have a little handkerchief or something, a mitzvah. Spray some perfume on it. Drop it in front of somebody. Let a man pick it up. That's shooting your shot. I don't mean you have to walk over to a dude and say, "Damn, what's up with you?" That ain't what you have to do. You just have to. You look at a guy, you make eye contact, and let him know that you're interested in him approaching you. That's shooting your shot.
Okay. So then, after doing that consistently, for
Consistently,
right now,
consistently meaning what?
okay, so for example, right now I'm interested in a ball player. We kind of talk back and forth.
A ball player.
Yeah, basketball.
Okay.
So I've been attending games like consistently. Whenever they have a home game, I'm there, courtside. Um, yeah. So
What
it's up.
about the pharmacist?
You said what about
What
what?
about the pharmacist? What about the insurance agent? What about the trucker?
I mean,
Ball player? I'm not. Why? Why are you doing all? Why would you be willing to go through all that effort when you had all those guys at college that were just why?
mm, I don't know. I think that's more so just my interest. Like me personally, I am
So
my
you're interested in the fact that he plays basketball for a living. What's
no.
interesting
So
about
this person, the person I was more interested in them because they're more family oriented.
the basketball player?
Hmm.
How many games in the season?
I don't know.
How do you know they're family oriented?
He has a lot of like posts, and then we've also had conversations back and forth. I'm
How do you
not
know
just
how old is he?
hiring someone. 24. He just had a birthday in February.
Does he play professional basketball?
No, it's G League.
Does he have
What do you say about that? What do you say?
does he have a career?
Yeah, he's labeled as the most dominant player.
I don't give a shit about sports
Okay.
because I
You're
mean,
saying more so educational would be a better type of route.
I say that you guys, I say that women, you make up a lot of shit that's not there when you're excited about somebody's
Career.
football players,
Yeah.
basketball players, athletes, entertainers. Y'all fill in a lot of spaces, and I ask you about would you be as interested in him if he was an insurance salesman?
Yeah. He seems like a genuine guy. So yeah, I'm not really into the whole facade of this and that. That's
Okay,
just
all
my
right. Well, let me ask you that. 24 years old. Does he have any children?
no.
How long, did he graduate from college?
No. He went into the
All
league,
right. And who did he play for?
the College Park Skyhawks. So
Uh
Atlanta.
huh. Right.
Hmm.
And how much is he making annually?
I don't know.
How long you known this guy?
2 or 3 months.
How much do you think he makes? Makes less than $100,000 a year?
Yeah. It's G
That's
League.
I don't care. G League. I don't know what that means. Less than $75,000 a year?
Hmm.
Yes.
Probably.
Less than $50,000 a year?
I'm not sure.
You should know this. I mean, if you're talking about a man who's family oriented, you got to be able to take care of a family, and one of the parts of that is money.
Hmm.
How are you gonna take care of it? What does the prospect for a G League basketball player look like at 35?
I mean, if he's 35 and still playing G League, I wouldn't be
First of all, 24 is too young to be dealing with. He's
marrying.
24. I don't think men should be looking for women at least they're 30 years old. So you're dating a
Right.
24-year-old automatically means he's not anybody that I would say you should be even talking to seriously anyway.
Not serious. Okay.
Oh no, but what I'm gathering from you, and no offense, you
Hmm.
like a lot of women today. You just pick on what you like. And I'm like, why would you pick a 24-year-old anything who's making average money? And I asked you what? You said family oriented. Based upon what? His Instagram posts?
No, based on conversation and communication, as far as yeah. So it could be all talk. I mean, I agree
It
with you.
could be, but I'm gonna ask you. But the thing is, if I put, are you a wife though?
Yes.
Okay, if I put you in a room with marriage-minded men, see, this is and I'm doing this for the audience. A
Hmm.
lot of times,
Yeah.
women go. A lot of times, you ladies go automatically to try to vet the man. And the questions I'm asking you right now tell me you're not anywhere close to being a wife.
Okay.
You're a girlfriend. You're cool because a wife doesn't worry about G League versus this. Women are worried about, wives are worried about, can you be stable and secure and provide?
Hmm.
And the questions I'm asking you, you picking based off feelings and asking about shooting your shots. In the long and short of it, you're going to waste a bunch of your time in your prime years for something you shouldn't be doing anyway.
Yeah, I think it's good that I'm getting this feedback now, and it's only been like 2 to 3 months that we've been talking because
What does your dad say about it?
my dad is from the same hometown, so my dad says it's cool for me to be out and be social. I'm not a club goer, so he's
What does
saying
your dad say about him?
he says it's just see where it goes.
Your dad and your mom married?
No,
What did your dad do?
my dad is a barber. Yeah, so that's why I'm at 2 to 3 months. I'm like I'm done with it
Well, I
because
mean,
I know not to waste my time. I
you
hang
asked, and
around
the
married
reason it's not because your dad's a barber. It's the fact of the matter. You're 23, and you asked about. I think
people.
you need to step back because a lot of times women start talking about relationships in terms of what they feel. Just like I was talking about that one young lady, and it was really sad how much Disney fantasy stuff you guys believe and no one tells you. No, if you want to be married, you need to ask yourself, am I a wife? And what is your relationship role model? What model where in your life did you see a married couple and said this is the marital ideal? Who were those people?
Um, Initially, I was looking at Megan Good
And Devin Franklin,
and
and
Devin,
Devin,
um,
and her
and
husband.
and her husband, yeah, her ex-husband.
So the Megan Good, who's supposed to be, she divorced him,
Hmm.
and now apparently, allegedly, she's dating some white battle rapper by the name of Disaster.
Oh, I'm not. I don't know about her new.
Megan Good, and that's the thing. And if that sounds makes sense, it sounds crazy, but one of the issues we have right now is young ladies, y'all don't have anybody directly in front of you that you can say, I want to be married like my mom and dad, or I want to be married like my grandparents. You're picking people in the public. If you're picking people who are celebrities in the public, you can't know these folks. So I would sit back and say, you probably shouldn't be dating right now. You should be answering a lot of real fundamental questions because you only have a few years of prime and wasting time on something that's not going to go anywhere. Yeah, I would say, especially, and at 24, when you said he was 24 years old, I was pretty much like, that's a wrap anyway.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Have a good one. So, and Megan Good, I think it's kind of, I think it's kind of funny that when I ask so many of our women, "What's your relationship role model?" I think everybody should have a role model. Like, what's the template of that's what a marriage should be? If I see women who have a template of a role model of a woman who has a larger personality than the man, if she's out in front and he's in the background, these short hair. Let me say something else, ladies. You ready for something you need to do in 22? Y'all need to cut the tattoos out. If you're a woman with no tattoos, don't get any. I can tell you right now, so many of you ladies have screwed up your opportunities for getting men of value with all this ink you have on your body, on your wrist, on your finger, on your ankle, on your hip. You know what we do as men? We look at you and we say, what's that going to look like in 40 years? And I have yet to see a woman with any tattoos that I want to see 40 years from now. And I can tell you on Instagram, every time you see them down in your feed, they be like this. And you click on their picture, and they're like, oh man, and especially they got tattoos here and here. If you got any kind of tattoo on your chest, it's like, let's go ahead and get it in, have some sex, leave it out. Ain't even probably even worth all that. It's like, you got tattoos all through here, and then what's this when they got under here and then one down the hip? They're like, what? Stop with the tattooing, ladies. You're not a battle rapper. You're not. I know there are going to be women who are going to lose their mind. I look good. To who? You look like fun. You look like fun. I want you to go find the senator's wife, the mayor's wife. Since we're talking athletics, go find the star white athletes whose wives are all tatted up. And if you want to fight for your right to tattoo, buy a dog. Enjoy your expression. What comes after the tattoos? These crazy short haircuts. If you got the short haircut and the tattoos, they can get upset. They don't understand that. They don't understand, do they? Thank you. Side chick markers. That's it. Side chick markers. Because I've seen women who are just bad, and I'll get it. And you're like, oh, she's nice looking. Then the front she'll be like, okay, men are actually doing this now. They're doing this. They're going through all your pictures to find a tattoo. First, they look for the frontal ones, like, okay, there's none on the chest, there's none on the shoulders, straight. There's none behind the ears, there's none on the neck, great. There's none on the fingers, none on the wrist, oh, cool. Then they scroll down, they go immediately to the foot. None on the foot, none on the ankle. All right, so we should be clear as long as there's no tramp stamp. Then they go to the lower back. And when the lower back is clear, it's like, yes, but there's one more place. They got to check around the bikini line because so many women are getting shit on their hip, and then many women get like a little tattoo on the inside of their thumb. Like, that's about one of the, if you can get one that can be covered by some panties, okay. Because I know some women are like, oh, I had a beauty mark and I got a little tattoo. Oh, all right. But if it can be seen in a two-piece bikini, it may look good on your ass right now. It may look good on your ass right now. But we are looking at you at 60 years old and somebody's grandma. Everyone got tats. Anytime you have to make that argument, you're fucking losing. Wives are not everyone. Understand something. You want to be a wife of a man of value, you can't move like everyone. Everybody's smoking hookah and smoking weed and all this other kind of stuff. You can't do that shit either. You can't be 420 friendly and well, you can take a risk. I don't care how you want to print it up. Oh, I only vape it. I only gel it. I only smoke such and so forth. We don't like your funky ass weed breath. It's not personal preference. I want you to understand how many women keep on trying to, y'all don't know what the fuck you're talking about. How about me and this and that? Listen to all the women, because the women who are saying something are all tatted up. They look like some goddamn Bengal tigers or some leopards with all them damn spots and stripes on them. Because you've written all over yourself like somebody's checked out textbook from the public library and you done fucked up. When I was coming up, the women told these girls, don't get tattoos. Don't do this, that, and so forth. But in 2005, when the last of the big mamas died, is when this shit just lost its mind. In the early 90s, when the big daddy started to die, we had a 10-year or 12-year window when the last of the big mamas died. After soul food was over, right around 2003 or 2005 was the last of the big mamas. And that's when the explosion of tattoos started happening. And you broads start tattooing yourself like these fucking buildings in Brooklyn and Harlem with all the fucking graffiti. We look at you and all we're like, that's a good place to stick my dick. I'll dump off some DNA in the bag over there. But marry you? Fuck no. Why? She's got tattoos. And y'all sit around talking, man, personal preference. Show me the tatted up women married to men of value that are not athletics, entertainment, music, industry guys. You cannot look at the industry. Show me a junior partner's wife. Show me a financier's wife. Show me a real estate mogul's wife. Show me somebody who's director of marketing or regional manager of so-and-so. Show me a regular ass everyday people whose wives are tatted up like that. Hub City say, y'all better listen. They ain't gonna listen because I'm just a black man. I don't know what I'm talking about. I hate my mama. I'm gay. You know, I'm down low, whatever. I'm just saying something to make them. No, I'm telling you, broad, stop tatting yourself up. And then the worst part of it is when you do decide to go get tattoos, you mother suckers are cheap with it. You go get somebody with a steno knife and some fucking shoe polish and let them do a fucking cheap tattoo. Cheap tattoos are worse than no tattoos. If you're gonna get a tattoo, at least make sure you put some money into it. But we know you ain't gonna spend no real money on that shit. Yeah, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Keep getting tatted up. Keep it on. Keep going on. Keep tatting yourself up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, get you one on, especially the chicks who have collarbones. Now I'm starting to see collarbone tattoos. Collarbone. I'm like, you can put collar and then bone over here. How many times have you seen a woman who's just beautiful and you see something right here and you're like, is that a mole? You're like, chest moles are cool. But they got the little tattoo right here. You're like, fuck, why would you do that? Yes, it gives me something to aim for when I'm with you. Yes, I can aim for that. Pull out, squirt, pow, pow. Okay, it's like playing, going to the fair. Like, hey, put it there. Yes, it's all fun. On your back, it's like, hey, line up to the left or to the right. Hey, back shots for you. But nobody marries you. Guys who have foot fetishes love little feet tattoos. Hey, man, I like pretty toes. But marry you? No. Screw the hell out of you? Yeah. You're like a rocker chick. Bullseye, thank you. Ballin'. Maybe I've said too much. Nephew, you know I'm saying the truth. Stop drinking brown liquor. Stop smoking that shit. Stop with the tattoos. This is where you can put in the extensions and so on and so forth. If you're a short hair girl, get some braids. Work that shit out. No color hair though. Sorry, but I'm trying to help you guys get over the hump. And I can risk saying some things that all other people can't risk saying in jest and humor, but I'm dead ass serious. Because in case you haven't noticed, this stuff isn't stopping. More and more people are starting to kind of understand that we have a disconnect. And the disconnect is whether you like what I'm saying or not, whether you agree or not. What we can't agree on is modern women don't understand men today, and you don't empathize with the typical modern man. So while I may not speak for 100% of men, I do speak for a large segment of men. And even the men who don't agree with most of the things I say agree with many things. They agree with many things. Men do not want, and when I did that drinking thing, you get one drink on a date, that two drinks, I have hundreds of emails and messages from men saying thank you. Ladies, I'm not just out here just to try to embarrass you. I'm trying to get you to get on down the line because my goal ultimately is the men out there want women. They want wives. They want to move on. They want one woman that they can be with and move on. And they want that woman to be theirs. She wants them to be loyal. And they want to move on. We got to get out of high school in our relationships. We got to get out of what feels good and what tingles. We got to get on to the next parts of things. And you got to remember, you'll be somebody's wife, somebody's mother, and somebody's grandmother. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm about to say something that's going to sound real fucked up, so I need y'all to get ready. When you're at a certain age, those full ample breasts are going to drop. Okay? They're going to not really resemble. Look at National Geographic. You can see what happens to an aged breast. We don't want to see a picture of Tweety Bird on that shit. Oh, oh. Stop with the tats, ladies. Stop. Just stop. I'm sorry. I try to be as delicate as possible. Anyway, tune on to TikTok. If y'all not following me on TikTok, follow your godfather on TikTok. I have an official TikTok.
Well, yes. Once again, we are reacting to yet another epic Kevin Samuels video. Kevin Samuels has had a good dialogue with this young 23 or 24-year-old female about an important topic that some men and women tend to neglect. In this case, she asks a question that is a little bit pertinent to a certain group of people, in particular women, asking whether women can also shoot their shot to the women, to the men out there if they like the men. And Kevin Samuels went ahead and told her, why not? It seemed like a taboo to her and how she was brought up, but Kevin Samuels told her it's important for a woman to also shoot her shot like any other person. However, we'll see a difference here, that Kevin Samuels doesn't just tell her to go and approach a man and tell him how she loves the guy. However, in this case, what Kevin Samuels is trying to tell us, or what Kevin Samuels is trying to tell her, is that do something that will make you recognizable to the guy. You can maybe call him at night. You can maybe wear a nice deodorant or perfume, something that will make that person see you or notice you. And this is where we see most women going wrong, you know. Most women think that when they tell you to shoot your shot, it's a matter of you walking out, approach a guy and confess the guy the way you love them, the way you want to start something new with them. Here, we see Kevin Samuels advising women out there that shooting your shot doesn't involve you doing something big. It involves you, basically you, your character, basically you, your dress code, you, and what you do that will make men notice you. However, there's something that we see that we need to highlight here. And it's something that bothers some men, and it is worth it talking about. Want to know why? Why do women love dating athletes? You know, people that are into the field of sports, and this particular woman is not spared. She's attracted to a guy that is playing basketball, and for her, what she's being to be noticed is attending almost all games to cheer up the guy when he's playing. But one key question that I always ask myself is, why do women like people that are into sports? Well, some it works out, some it fails, and some even have no future in sports themselves. In this case, I don't know whether this guy in particular that this woman is falling for is good, but at least he's playing in the lower leagues of basketball, and there's some little money there. But the question is, why do women fall in love with women? Why do women fall in love with men that are involved in sports? There were some studies that were done, by the way, some time back on this very topic. And it is something worthy noticing and talking about. And studies were done in Canada, studies were done in USA, and we want to benchmark those studies and find out what really is into the women's minds when it comes to falling in love with men that are involved in sports. Studies were done, and it was concluded that women tend to go for men that are involved in sports because there's a theory that women like athletes because women want to be involved with healthy men. Athletes also show motivation, strength, determination, and teamwork. Now, if a woman is actually, if a woman wants motivation, strength, determination, teamwork, those are things that those are traits that are associated with athletics. That are associated with athletes. Athletes also show motivation, strength, determination, and teamwork. And that's maybe also because of the halo effect in quotes, you know. Men who prove themselves in sports are assumed to be more competent and have better qualities in other areas as well, you know. I think those are some of the scientific studies that were made, and those are some of the conclusions that men that are involved in sports are assumed to be more competent and have better qualities in other areas as well. I don't know what you think out there. This is one of the questions that bothers men, you know. If a man has a girl, there are higher chances that some men have lost their girlfriends to athletes, you know, especially if the girl is hot, young, beautiful. Some men have lost their girls to athletes because they are more physique, they have the money, they have the power, and this really bothers so many men. I think you have heard it from the facts that these athletes are involved in athletics or in whatever sports field they are in because they have teamwork, they have determination, strength, motivation, teamwork, and what have you. And I don't know what you think about that. I would like to hear your thoughts about why you think women go for sports people. I would like to hear your comments below anyway. Let me proceed to the gist of the conversation that we see Kevin Samuels having with this woman, you know. When you look at how Kevin Samuels was talking to her, it basically seemed like this girl seemed to be rushing it because she has been seeing the guy for 3 months. And when you look at the tone and how Kevin Samuels was speaking, you could really see that Kevin Samuel is a little bit cautious and trying to show her that be cautious. You're taking it a little too fast, you know. And I don't know whether you see it as well in the conversation and in the dialogue. I would like to hear your thoughts about that, but I think she's trying to move it fast, and which is not something good again. Because if she ends up losing the guy, she would have no one else to blame apart from herself. And if she end up leaving the guy with a child, it will be much more worse because she'll be a single mother. You can advise her accordingly, and I would like to hear your thoughts and your advice to her in the comment section. For me, that's what I picked out, and that's what I think. I would like to hear what you think about her, and what advice would you give her when it comes to this important question of her being involved with an athlete and some of the dangers she could face having a boyfriend of such. I would like to hear your thoughts down below. And again, I want to thank you so much for keeping it up here and watching this video thus far. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Without a doubt, if you feel compelled, you can share this video to your friends because it's quite educative. And I feel this information is needed by almost everyone out there, men or women.